Hello kids, a very good morning to you all. I hope you all are doing great. Now, are you all ready for the first session of our computer? Yes? Let us start. But before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Khushbu Patel and I'm going to take your computer subject. Now, last time I have given you one small activity to perform. I hope you all have performed it and you have sent the photograph of it to the school. Right? Now, today in the first session of computer, we are going to discuss about the computer fundamentals. You know many things about computer, but still we are going to learn the fundamental or basic things about the computer today. Now, in our regular day, in our regular life, we are using different type of machines. Can you tell me some machines? Yes? Now, some of the machines are working on electricity. Some of the machines are such which is require energy from the sun, or we can say it is working on the solar energy. So the machine which are working on electricity, for example fan, tube light, AC, refrigerator, TV and many more. They all are known as electronic device. The devices or the machine which work on the solar energy like solar cooker, solar water heater, solar cell, right? They are considered as solar devices. Some of the machines are also working on battery. That means if you see the remote of a AC or a TV, you will see that we have fixed a 2 cell inside it. What is that? It is a battery, right? Say for example mobile. When you plug in the mobile into the socket, you will see the battery of the mobile is getting charged. And then after you can use that mobile throughout the day. Same way laptop, tablet are the example of such machines which are considered as battery operated machine. Means some of the batteries we have to charge with the help of electricity like mobile, tablet and laptop, right? But some of the device can work on the cell. So this all devices are considered as battery operated device. In short, we have seen electronic device, we have seen solar device and we have also seen battery operated device. Now today we are going to learn about a one electronic device and a greatest invention of the mankind, that is computer. Now, if you separate the words of a computer, compute means to do calculation. In the past times, people used many different things for the calculation like knuckles, જેને આપણે વેઢા કહીએ છીએ, right? Then they have also used a simple mathematical device, that is abacus, right? So they have a different method for the calculation. Then the invention of a calculator was done. They have started doing calculation in the calculator, but the calculator was having certain limitations. So to overcome that limitation, a new invention was done and it is considered the best invention of the mankind. The name of that invention is computer. The computer can do various type of works. What type of a work can computer do? Let us see. Now, what is computer? Computer works on the instruction or command given to it. मतलब આપણે જે ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન કમ્પ્યુટરને આપીએ છીએ એ પ્રમાણે કમ્પ્યુટર કામ કરે છે. Say for example, if you want to type a letter, you will type that letter with the help of a keyboard. That means when you will start typing, that time only it will show that letters on the screen, right? We can say that computer does not have a brain of its own. It works on the instruction given to it. If you want to draw something, you have to take the help of a keyboard and mouse. That means with the help of a keyboard and mouse, you are giving the instruction to the computer, and so only computer is showing the result, right? If you want to listen to any music, or if you want to see any movies on the computer, first work is to give command, to give instruction. It is very much important to give instruction to the computer, and so computer will start working. Computer પોતાની જાતે કાંઈ વિચારી ન શકે, કારણ કે એને પોતાનું દિમાગ નથી હોતું. એ કામ કેવી રીતના કરે છે? તો કે તમે જે એને ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન આપો છો એ પ્રમાણે તમને એ કામ કરીને આપશે. So we can say that computer is a machine, not human. Like human can think and they can work accordingly, but computer can't think on their own. They can't work on their own. So we can say it works on instruction or command, right? Because of this characteristic of a computer, computer has become an important part of our life. Now let's take a look at the characteristic of the computer. If I say that you have to sit here for 10 hours and you have to do continuous work, તમારે એક જગ્યાએ 10 કલાક બેસીને કામ કરવાનું છે ઊભા થયા વગર, તો તમે થાકી જશો, બરાબર કે નહીં? But computer is a such machine which will not get tired even if it is working throughout the day and night. આખો દિવસ અને આખી રાત કન્ટિન્યુઅસ જો એ કામ કરશે તેમ છતાં કમ્પ્યુટર થાકી નહીં જાય. શું કામ? Because it is machine, right? Now if I say that you have to write a tables for 10 times, તમને કદાચ કંટાળો આવશે કે દીદીએ 10 વખત ટેબલ લખવાનું કીધું, આવું તો કાંઈ હોય? કમ્પ્યુટર થાક્યા વગર કામ કરે છે, એટલે કે એકનું એક કામ કરતા એને કંટાળો નથી આવતો. Computer does not get tired even after repeating of work. Like human can get tired, but computer can't. Second thing, when you give instruction to computer, it will work according to that instruction. Yes or no? It will work according to that instruction. પણ જો તમે જ instruction ખોટી આપી છે તો શું થશે? વિચારો. If you have given instruction wrong by mistake, so computer will not think of anything. Whatever the instruction is given to them, they will work according to the instruction. એટલે instruction સાચી છે કે ખોટી છે એ વિચારશે નહીં, વિચાર્યા વગર જ કામ કરશે. જ્યાં સુધી તમે સાચી instruction આપો છો ત્યાં સુધી તો કામ કરશે, but by mistake if you have given a wrong instruction, then also computer will work. Why? Can you tell me? Because computer does not have brain to think like human. They don't think, they just work because they are machine, right? They are machine. Computer can store any type of information in it. We know that computer's one part is known as CPU, right? central processing unit, in which whatever the work is done inside the computer, everything will be stored. It can store lot of information. It can store lot of information. Now if we take the example of a human, આપણને બધી વસ્તુ એક સાથે યાદ નથી રહેતી. થોડા ટાઈમ પછી ક્યારેક એવું થાય કે આપણે થોડીક વસ્તુ ભૂલી ગયા છીએ. But computer has stored memory. It can store lot of information. So what are the characteristics of the computer we have seen so far? અત્યાર સુધી આપણે કેટલી characteristic જોઈ? First, it work tirelessly, થાક્યા વગર કામ કરે છે. Secondly, it will work according to the instruction, right? Whether instruction given is correct or wrong, right? Then it can store lot of information, right? It does not get bored or tired even after repeating of work, right? So these are the few characteristics of the computer. Now આપણને ખબર છે કે માણસે કમ્પ્યુટર બનાવ્યું છે, રાઈટ? તો કમ્પ્યુટર એક મશીન છે, તો એની થોડીક લિમિટેશન્સ હશે. મશીન જે છે એની થોડીક લિમિટેશન્સ છે. કઈ લિમિટેશન્સ છે? If we compare the machine with the man, with the human, what is the major difference between the human and the computer? Like if I say human can think but computer can't think. Why human can think? Can you tell me? They can think just because they have brain, while computer does not have a brain, right? Human can identify whether the given instruction is correct or wrong, while the computer cannot decide whether the instruction given is correct or wrong. કારણ કે brain નથી એટલે વિચારી ના શકે, right? Human is working because they have energy. They don't require any electricity, while computer require electricity. Yes, human can show their feelings, like if they are happy, if they are sad, if they want to laugh, if they want to cry, if they want to speak something, right? So human can show different type of feelings, but computer cannot show different type of feelings. Like if they are tired after doing so much of work, they will not say to us કે ભાઈ હવે હું થાકી ગયો છું, હવે હું કામ નહીં કરું. If they are happy, they will not start laughing like us. Or if they are sad, they will not start crying like us. Why? Because it's a machine. Machine does not have feelings like human, right? So this was the comparison of a computer with human. Now, as you know that computer is versatile machine. It can perform various tasks at one time. So now we are going to see the usage of computer at a different place. કઈ કઈ જગ્યાએ કમ્પ્યુટરનો યુઝ થાય છે? First, at home. Now most of the students will have a computer or a laptop at their home. What can they do with the help of that computer? They can do various activities like doing drawings, listening to music, watching movies, right? And now we are accessible to the internet. We can perform many things like booking tickets, ordering a food online, right? So at home, these are the purposes for which we are using the computer. Now at school, in school also, computers are used for different things like typing circulars, typing papers, maintaining the record of a student's name and all the details regarding fees and and many more things. In hospitals, computers are also used for maintaining the record of patient's name and other details, to make the bills, to make the reports, right? So many things are there for which the computers are used in the hospital. When you talk about the shopping mall, in shopping mall they are using a computer for making the list of the items that they are selling at the mall, right? They are also using a computer to make the bill, right? You all have seen that. બધા જો shopping mall માં તમે ક્યારે જાઓ તો you will see that when you are there to pay the bill, the person will have that barcode scanner and the price of that particular thing will be seen on the screen of a computer, right? So at shopping malls also, at banks also, right, to receive the email and to maintain the account sheet and many more things. In short, now computer is working for a different purpose, so it is widely used for different area. For different purpose it is widely used. Now we are going to see the two different type of devices of the computer. Which are there? Let us see. Fine. Now let's take some information about devices. In computer there are two type of devices. One is input device and the second one is output device. Now input and output, what is the meaning of it? Let's take a look at this. Input device means given data or instruction. I prior told you that computer works on the instruction that you give. તમે જે ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન આપશો એ પ્રમાણે એ કામ કરશે, બરાબર? તો આપણે જે ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન આપીએ છીએ કમ્પ્યુટરને એને શું કહેવાય? ઇનપુટ ડેટા. The given instruction is known as input data. Now computer cannot understand our speech, so for that we have certain devices which work as input device. What are the example of input device? See here: keyboard, mouse, scanner, etc. That means these are the some examples of the input devices. Like if I want to type something, if I will say that computer you start typing, computer will not start typing on its own. Instead we have to type with the help of a keyboard. આપણે જે કીબોર્ડની મદદથી લખશું એ આપણને દેખાશે. તો whatever instruction is given with the help of input devices, where can we see the result of it? આપણને એનું રિઝલ્ટ ક્યાં દેખાશે? તો કે output device માં. Now see, what is the meaning of output? Display the processed data. Whatever the instruction you have given to the computer with the help of input device, that data will be displayed to us, which is known as result or output, right? What are the example of output devices? Monitor, printer, speakers, etc. There are so many other things also in output device. Here I have written only 3 examples. Means I told you that I have given instruction to the computer to type something. If I will start typing with the keyboard, that typed words will be seen on monitor. So I can say that monitor is displaying the data. But between input and output, one process will take place. That process will be done in the CPU, right? So CPU, I can say, what is the full form of CPU? Do you know? Can anyone tell me? It is Central Processing Unit. Whatever the instruction is given from outside, that that procedure will take place into the CPU, and then after it will display in the form of output. Right? Now, you have done your work on the computer. You want to save that work for next purpose. Right? Say for example, you have typed a one letter, but that letter is not completed yet. But you want to complete that letter tomorrow. So, you will save that work. Right? You will save that letter. So, in a computer, for saving, there is a device called storage device. We can store the data in CPU, as well as there are certain devices like hard disk, pen drive, CD, DVD, in which we can store the information or we can store our work. So this was about devices. I hope you have understood this. Are you clear with this topic? Shall we move to the next topic? Yes? So now as we have completed the input and output device, we are moving to the next topic, that is hardware and software. The major difference between the hardware and software is very easy. If I say that touch the monitor, you will touch the monitor. If I say that touch the printer, you will touch the printer. Right? You can hold it in your hand. Right? You can touch the printer. Secondly, if I say that in your computer, open the paint program and touch the paint program, will you able to touch it? Some students will say, yes Didi, we can. But actually you are not touching the program, you are touching the screen. Right? You can't touch the program. So based on this concept only, we have to hardware and software learn. Right? We have to learn hardware and software. What is the definition of hardware? It is physical part which we can touch and feel. If you touch, if you hold that thing, you can feel that yes, I have touched CPU, I have touched the mouse, I have touched the keyboard, right? So you can feel that touch. So the parts of computer which you can touch and you can feel, that is known as hardware. Now, going to the next portion, that is software. As I told you that touch the paint program, you can't touch the paint program, right? You are actually touching the screen. So the part of the computer or the programs of the computer which you cannot touch or you can't feel, that all are considered as software, like Paint, Notepad, Microsoft Word, right? And even if you are playing games, you can't touch the characters of that games, right? You are only touching the screen. So this is the major difference between hardware and software, right? Now as we are moving to the end of this session, let's take a quick recap of what we have done today. We have taken the information about the different devices. Some devices are working on electricity, some devices are working on solar energy, some devices are battery operated, right? So we have taken information about the devices. Then we have moved to the computer. We know that it is versatile machine. It works in many ways, right? For different purpose computers are used, where computers are used, how it works, the characteristic of a computer, and the comparison of a computer with the humans. Then we have also seen the devices, input devices and output devices. We have also seen the example of these devices. Then we have seen the hardware and software. The difference between the hardware and software is very easy to identify, right? Okay, so that was our first session, right? We are going to meet in the next session. If you have any query regarding the topics which we have done today, please go through this video again, right? We will meet next time. Till then, stay safe, stay at home. Bye bye.